What's up, everybody? It's your boy Dave Mo, Dave Mo Flips Team Us 8. This is a quick response. I don't know why I'm not getting emails. I don't know why a lot of them, I guess, end up in my spam box. I don't really think to check. And I really, since I haven't been posting a lot of videos, I haven't been looking at the comments. And I used to get alerts when I get a comment. I don't know if something changed in the settings, whatever. But I'll get on top of that now that I hope to produce more videos. Getting ready to, like I said, open the doors. Well, actually, we're going to settle on an insurance company tomorrow and then just send the package in. So it'll be probably about another 2 or 3 weeks before I can open the doors legally. But this is for Ant Live, the entertainer. He asks, how can you open an LLC for a dealer rep? He says that he asks me and I never answer, and I apologize about that. So real quick, before we even get into how to do it, you could start an LLC for anything. You could start an LLC for a mechanic shop, a car dealership, a real estate agent. And I took a page from a real estate agent. And basically, I'm just using this so you guys have something to look at. So basically, what I did was I did my name. So it could be any name. It could be ABC LLC, right? So you file with your LLC. And what I do is I just run all my stuff through there. The parent company pays my money to my LLC. So when I sell a car, the total price less fees. So the selling price of the car is what goes on paper for my LLC. I don't necessarily think I'm going to get into how to do that from the owner's perspective. But what I am going to do is tell you at the end of the year, they run the reports for the business and they run us as salesmen, sales people, whatever. I don't know. And with that being said, that's how much you know that you made for the year. Now, if you're doing it correctly, that number should be super close to the number you've deposited into your bank. Okay? So, of course, there's change here and there. I deposit more than I collect, and the reason being is I round up, right? So if I sold a car for 3502.56, and the people just gave me, an extra dollar, I throw that in the bank, and I don't think that that's going to be an issue. I mean, come on, what do you think it would be at the end? $10 that I put in there over. So with that being said, I'm not overly concerned about it. Another thing is, you save all your receipts because you're buying the cars yourself, right? So you get receipts for bill of sales, etc. So you would save all that stuff like you would anything else. I use QuickBooks, so all my stuff gets put into my QuickBooks. All my receipts for parts, my receipts for gas, only if the gas is used for a business vehicle, okay? The gas that I put in the car that I'm using to use my personal errands with, I don't use that. Believe me when I tell you guys, I said this a lot. Don't try to get over on the IRS, man. Just shoot it straight. So if you ever got audited, you have nothing to worry about. Like, look, I did everything straight. Here's everything. Blah 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 blah. And then that's really it. That's how I do it. Now, if the question is how to start an LLC, I think you're better off calling a lawyer, an attorney, first a business attorney, and seeing what they're going to charge you. Because everyone's situation is different. For instance, the LLC that I just used for my for me to become a dealer rep is going to be different than the LLC I'm going to structure for my dealership, because I'm a single member LLC. So I need a different type of LLC or a different type of company, whether it's a corporation, an S corp, LLC, whatever. And I spoke to my attorney, a business attorney rather, That's not my attorney. I spoke to a business attorney. Well, I guess he is mine now, right? So I spoke to the attorney. We went over it. We went over all my assets. We went over all my liabilities, right? Which means what can they take from me in a situation? Because I was under the impression that, oh, I have an LLC, so it's not a big deal. Well, if you're a single member LLC, for all intents and purposes, you're a little bit more protected than a sole prop, but not that much because you're the only one there. So I had a decision to either bring someone else in as a partner, even if it's just on paper, but why would you risk someone else's well-being for no reward, or change things up a bit? And I'll make a whole video about that as well if you guys are interested in that kind of stuff. But nonetheless, back to the original question. You can talk to attorneys, see what works for you. But for me, I was like, well, I'm just a rep. So technically speaking, if anything happens, I fall under the parent insurance, right? Like if, God forbid, I was to get into an accident with a dealership car, they're not going to try to sue me personally. They're going to sue the insurance of the dealership because they carry a much larger liability. A lawyer's not going to say, hey, let me go after this guy who's got nothing per se versus go after this $1 million insurance policy, right? So I think I seen this. I did. So I can't believe Nissan figured out a way to make their transmissions good again. Oh man. Anyway, it was on my head the whole time. So anyway, so that's one way of doing it. If you're here in the state of Florida, you can go to sunbiz.org and you go right there. It says New Florida LLC, or you can use this little thing on the bottom that says help. It says it's interactive, so I never used it. And when you hit, New Florida LLC, it's going to give you all the stuff that you need. All right, so you click these links and follow the directions. Search the fictitious name first because you need to have that. And here's a tip, guys. If you're in Florida, you have to write LLC. So even though you're filing for an LLC, you still have to write LLC with this website, with Sunbiz. A buddy of mine tried to do it and it took him like 10 times because he never wrote LLC. So when because again, he just assumed, hey, if I'm going for an LLC, why would they not just add LLC to the back of the company name? And it does not work like that. You have to write LLC, okay? I'm sure in whatever state you guys reside in, I'm sure that there's probably a page like this. This is actually from the state of Florida. So I'm sure Texas, Georgia, et cetera, I'm sure they all have them. And you can just figure it out from there. If you're similar to myself and you really don't want to figure anything out, then you can also use, where is it? It is right here. Oh, I can't get to it. So let me just do this. LegalZoom. There it is. You can use LegalZoom, which I've used before. And this is super easy. You start your own business, click the button, start my LLC, a corporation, my nonprofit. This is your DBA, which I have a DBA as well. So I have a DBA for the dealership as well. But we're working on getting that changed out to a different LLC. And I'll leave the repping LLC for that. And I'll probably end up using the other LLC for the cars. Or I'll do a DBA on the new LLC, which protects me more. But nonetheless, guys, you could do all this stuff right here on LegalZoom. And just type in LegalZoom.com. I don't have a link for them. I'm not really good with all that stuff. And you're going to spend a little bit more money with LegalZoom, but it'll get done, and you can rest assured that it got done properly. Also, it leaves all your important paperwork in one area. So if ever I had to look at something for my business, I could come back here, log in, and I could see my articles of incorporation. I could see anything that I put here, I could see it, like my annual reports and stuff like that. All that could be looked at right here on LegalZoom. Also, I just seen something else where it looks like there'll be your what is that thing? I forget what it's called, but they're willing to do it for you. I think it was like $50. Oh, let me see. I don't know. I just seen it. I thought I seen it. I don't know. But you have to name someone on your business. I use my accountant. So they just handle it for me, whatever it is that they'll pay my yearly fees and stuff like that, and then I'll just pay them. But I just pay it myself. I trust me. So that's it, guys. I hope this was helpful. I know it was kind of scatterbrained and all over the place, but you know how I do it. Again, Ant Live Entertainer, I apologize. I apologize to everyone who has been hitting me up and I haven't been responding. I don't know why I'm not getting. I mean, I am getting some emails because some of you guys can attest that I have reached back out to you, but I'm just not getting them all apparently. So that's that, guys. So hopefully that was helpful. I don't want to give any advice as to if you should start, how to start an LLC. Like I said, you got LegalZoom, you got sunbiz.org. You can follow directions and do it. But the first step is to figure out what works best for you and where you want to be. I could have saved myself money by speaking to a financial lawyer, business lawyer initially, and starting the correct corporation initially, and then use DBAs from there. And that's just in terms of reps. I spoke to a buddy of mine who does real estate, and every single piece of property he has is its own LLC. So what he'll do is like 123 Alphabet City Road is the address for his property, and that will also be the LLC. So he'll just go and he'll start the LLC for the new property he just purchased, and everything that gets funneled through there goes to that LLC. At the end of the year, they all do their taxes, and that's how it works. He buys commercial property and rents it out, so he's not into the fixing and flipping. He's into acquiring assets and just keeping them forever for him and his family. And that's it, guys. So I hope this was helpful. I don't think I 100% did answer your question, but I do believe I'm pointing you in the right direction. Okay. And that's it.